Cinderella. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a kind and gentle girl named Cinderella. She was the daughter of a wealthy man who loved her dearly. But after her mother passed away, her father remarried a woman with 2 daughters. Her stepmother, Lady Tremaine, and stepsisters, Anastasia and Drizella, were cruel and jealous of Cinderella's beauty and kindness. When Cinderella's father died, her stepmother took control of the house and treated Cinderella like a servant. She was forced to do all the chores: cooking, cleaning, and serving her stepsisters, who spent their days dressing up and mocking her. Despite their cruelty, Cinderella remained kind, patient, and hopeful. Believing that one day her life would change. One day, the prince was holding a magnificent ball, and every young lady in the kingdom was invited. The stepsisters was excited, dreaming of marrying the prince. Cinderella's heart filled with hope.
"May I go, stepmother?"
She asked softly. Lady Tremaine smirked.
"You may go if you finish all your chores and find something suitable to wear."
Cinderella worked tirelessly, cleaning the house, pressing her stepsisters' dresses, and styling their hair. By the time she finished, she had no time left for herself. Then, she found an old dress that had belonged to her mother. She carefully stitched it, adding ribbons and beads. It wasn't grand, but it was beautiful. When she came downstairs, her stepsisters burst into laughter.
"You can't go in that,"
Drizella said. Before Cinderella could react, they tore the dress apart.
"Now you have nothing to wear."
Anastasia laughed. Heartbroken, Cinderella ran to the garden and cried under a tree. As Cinderella cried, a warm light surrounded her. A gentle voice spoke.
"Why are you crying, my dear?"
Cinderella looked up to see an elderly woman with a kind smile.
Who are you?"
"I am your fairy godmother, and you, my dear, shall go to the ball,"
the woman said. With a wave of her wand, she transformed a pumpkin into a grand carriage, mice into white horses, and Cinderella's tattered dress into a glittering blue gown. On her feet appeared delicate glass slippers, shining like diamonds.
"But remember,"
the fairy godmother warned.
"the magic will disappear at midnight. You must leave before the clock strikes 12.
Overjoyed, Cinderella stepped into the carriage and set off for the palace. The royal palace was dazzling with golden chandeliers and flowing music. The prince greeted many ladies, but he was bored and uninterested. Then, Cinderella arrived. The entire ballroom fell silent as she stepped in. Her gown shimmering under the lights. The prince's eyes lit up.
Who is she?
He approached her and bowed deeply.
Would you honor me with a dance?
They glided across the ballroom, lost in each other's eyes. They talked and laughed, and Cinderella felt happier than ever before. But just as the prince was about to ask her name, the clock struck midnight. She ran down the grand staircase in her hurry. She lost one glass slipper on the steps. Before the prince could reach her, she was gone. The next morning, the prince was determined to find her.
Whoever fits this glass slipper shall be my bride.
The royal guards traveled across the kingdom, visiting every home. At Cinderella's house, the stepsisters fought to try on the shoe. But their feet were too big.
There's no one else here.
Lady Tremaine said quickly. Just then, Cinderella stepped forward and asked,
May I try?
Cinderella gently placed her foot in the slipper, and it fit perfectly. Then, she pulled out the other slipper from her pocket, proving she was the mysterious girl. Cinderella was taken to the palace, where the prince recognized her immediately.
You're the one I've been searching for.
With a joyful heart, Cinderella married the prince in a magnificent wedding. Cinderella became a beloved princess, ruling with kindness and grace. And so, they lived happily ever after.